It seems like you need to be solaced, telling from the scratch on your knee. You fell and got hurt in the process, and now you come crying to me. I catered for these circumstances, and hands carry needle and stitch in my pants. Don't worry, my dear, there is nothing to fear. Just a stitch and a sew, soon it's almost as new, and the cut will adhere. After all, you have to admit it is not as severe. Oh, I have needle and stitch right here. Take care or you'll end up scarred, my dear. I can't stand to watch children bleed. Well, don't give me that kind of look now. Just keep going on, soon you will see how everything will end well, though it still may depend on your skill. I catered for these circumstances, and hands carry needle and stitch in my pants. But yet needle and thread can bear dangers instead. If you're clumsy and plump and all fingers and thumbs, it might just turn out bad, especially when it comes to delicate operations like that. Oh, I have needle and stitch right here. Take care or you'll end up scarred, my dear. I can't stand to watch children bleed. I guess I should revise my statement. The wound is not going to heal. Forget about all that I said and work harder on your stitching skill. I catered for these circumstances, and hands carry needle and stitch in my pants. Now you pay the bill for your lack of skill, and please do stop crying and mourning and sighing. Don't weep like a whelp that is painfully dying. I merely was trying to help. Oh, I have needle and stitch right here. Take care or you'll end up scarred, my dear. I can't stand to watch children bleed.
Hello, dear friends of adventure games. The spyware we installed on your computers tells me that many children are sitting at their screens again tonight. That's why I'll refrain from telling you the story that I had actually prepared for you. Of course, that's a real shame. It would have been such a good story. Entertaining explosions, a giant robotic opossum, but also with many offensive expressions and an inordinate amount of excessive violence. The story that I'll tell you instead has a slightly different flavor. It's about Lily, the most virtuous child in the entire world. And it begins in the courtyard of a small, sleepy convent school. Not too far from the place where the giant robotic opossum is sucking the brains of innocent bystanders out through their eye sockets. But enough of that. It's a beautiful, sunny day, and Lily is raking the leaves in the yard with a cheery tune on her lips.
La la la, la la la. How many times do I have to tell you not to sing while working? You know very well that I hate the sound of cheerful children. These children are driving me crazy.
Oh, there you are. Is that Moloch making you rake leaves again?
Uh-huh.
How boring. And so unnecessary, too. The leaves all drift back onto the path anyway. You should just come with me instead. I'm on a treasure hunt right now, you know? Well, it's your decision. You can always come to the swing tree later, when you're done here. I think I found something in the flower beds over there. Until then, see ya!
What's that noise outside? It's unbearable! Lily! I guess I overestimated you once again. You're not even fit to rake leaves. It doesn't matter. I have 2 new tasks for you. The flower beds in the backyard have to be dug up again. Can you manage that? Uh-huh. I doubt it, but we'll see. And while you're in the backyard, the swing tree is infested by termites. Come up with something to get rid of them for good. So, one more time for the really clueless. First, dig up the flower beds. Second, get rid of the termites infesting swing tree. You'll be very sorry if you don't do a good job.
In the meantime, Lily had collected many little treasures. But no treasure was as important to her as her friendship with Edna. The yard waste was rotting away leisurely in the composting bin. A paradise for maggots and spiders. Lily couldn't stop watching the fascinating activity in there. It was too bad for the compost. It was too bad for the compost. The tire swing was dangling invitingly above the chasm from a termite-eaten branch.
What do you have there? A rake? I know you mean well, but I'm afraid that won't help us here. We'll never dig up the treasure without a shovel. Hey, Lily, did you finally get out of doing your stupid raking chore? Very good. Then you finally got time to go treasure hunting with me? What? Did you get even more chores to do? That's so unfair. Then maybe we can still find a way for you to help me. That would be cool. I'm sure you're dying to know how the treasure hunting's going, right? Well, to be honest, not so great. The ground is just too hard. I doubt I'll be able to find anything here without a shovel. But I already have lots of cool dirt under my fingernails, and I even swallowed a slug by accident. A small consolation from Mother Nature. What do you have to do for Mother Superior now? Don't tell me you have to scrape off her warts with a pumice stone again. I'm still finding crumbs in our bunk from last time. Wait, Lily. This is an especially hard spot. Oh, what a drag. This is ruining all my calluses. And it took me so long to nurture them. These flower beds could really use some digging. Don't tell me that's exactly what Mother Superior ordered you to do. But that's fabulous. Then you'll be able to help me dig up the treasure after all. You don't even have a choice. You've been kind of told to by the Lord. All we still need is a shovel. She told you to get rid of the termites on the swing tree, right? It was just a question of time. Does she even realize how hard it was to collect them all? I even broke into the firefighters museum to get the large red ones. And then all the trouble I went to teaching them tricks. They can already do a polonaise if you lay a trail of jelly. I wanted to teach them the cha-cha next. What the hell? Maybe you can relocate them instead of blasting them out or whatever else it was you had planned. I'd even help you, but I've run out of jelly. The shovel, Lily. We'll never dig up the treasure without a shovel. I don't know where we can find a shovel either. I'd imagine they're kept in the cellar. Now we just need to find a way to get down into the cellar. You can't walk through walls by any chance, can you? We really have to teach you how to do that one of these days. But first you should concentrate on the shovel. It has top priority. Are you still worried about the termites? I'd really love to help you, but unfortunately, I don't have any more jelly to lure the little darlings someplace else. But when we've found the treasure, we can buy ourselves a whole jelly factory, or even better, a honey farm. I think honey is much cooler than jelly anyway. It sticks to the bottoms of your shoes better, and if we had a honey farm, We could also train the bees. Maybe there's still a chance for my project. Peepholes for the Great Wall of China, after all. Mother Superior is having a bad day again, isn't she? That wasn't hard to guess. The last good day she had was when everyone got mumps. I've rarely heard her laugh so hard. Don't let her annoy you too much, okay? What do you have to do for Mother Superior now? Don't tell me you have to scrape off her... I'm still... The shovel... We'll never dig up the treasure... I don't know where we... I'd imagine there can... Now we just need to find a way... You can't... But first it has...
Lily would have loved to have played on the completely harmless tire swing. That's why she immediately climbed on the termite-infested tree. At least she would have done that. But apparently she preferred the risk of getting into deep trouble as soon as the players signed off.
Hey, Lily! What's... What do you have to do for Mother's... I'm... Don't bother, Lily. We'll never dig up the treasure.
Lily was supposed to... If she found a treasure in the process, no one could... The swing tree. Why did Mother Superior dislike these... Lily was... Where could the hose... What a... The hose...
Lily! Turn that off immediately!
Lily didn't have to clean her tool. Lily had started, but she couldn't find anything that rhymed. Too bad. The fall.
Lily! Turn that off immediately!
The idea was good, but... The cellar door. Even if Mother Superior, Lily, and definitely...
Hey, get lost! Go find another place to play.
How sweet. Apparently Freeman was worried. Maybe he wanted to make sure she wouldn't fall into the well.
Hey, go find a...
How sweet.
Hey, go...
House apparently... Lily's fellow student Freeman, if he moved forward just a little more, just like in Lily's...
Oh, Lily. I thought somebody was there. Don't bug me. I'm busy. Didn't I tell you to leave me alone? I'm trying to concentrate, okay? Something is down there in the well. I can see something sparkling. Oh man, I hope it's the key to the cellar. That would be so gumbo. Don't don't you have anything to do? Isn't there something you're supposed to be doing for Mother Superior?
Uh-huh.
I knew it. You're such a loser for getting constantly stuck with those jobs. What is it this time? Do you have to alphabetically sort the compost again? Or remove the hair from her back? Let me guess. You have to dig up the flower beds, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, good luck. That's gonna take forever with your little girly hands. But don't think I'll lend you a shovel when I get into the cellar. That is, unless you do want to help me get the key from the bottom of the well. That's what I thought. Because it's forbidden, right? Oh man, Lily. You're so straight, it's a miracle anyone can tell you apart from the trees. Don't tell me. You're supposed to get rid of the termites on the swing tree, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, good luck. The swing tree's made of sweet licorice, and termites are known for going crazy over candy. You'll never manage it. Let me guess. You don't know what gumbo is, right? Oh, Lily, you're just hopelessly square. Guys as cool as me say that's totally gumbo, or that gumbos. But you're just lame, totally ungumbo. Is this gonna be another one of your lectures about law and order at the convent? I'm so interested. What now? Can't you see I'm busy with the well? Or did your oh-so-great Mother Superior forbid that too?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah? That just proves how absurd adults' rules are. We're not allowed in the cellar. Jeez, Lily, you're like a broken record. We can't do this. We can't do that. Don't drink motor oil. Don't play with the electrical sockets. Really know how to spoil all the fun. No wonder no one likes you. What, you're still here? Don't creep around like that. I almost fell in the well from fright. Oh, how cute. Are you worried about me now, or what? Don't worry, I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna climb down into the well. But not because Mother Superior has forbidden it, just because it really is too dangerous. Although... What? I know that Mother Superior doesn't want... Why don't you tell so? On the contrary, I'd do almost anything to avoid becoming such a conform... I said get lost. It's none of your business. Really, Lily, stop. Unless, of course, you have an idea how... Just think of all the things I could do with it. I hear that awesome stuff is stored down. Not just junk like shovels and brushes and all. I'm talking about real treasures. You can blab as much as my complete attention is focused on the cellar key. I hear that awesome stuff is stored down. Is this gonna be another...
The idea was good, but Lily liked their buzzing was so sweet, and if you look closely, you could even see their stingers. The idea...
Go find another place to play.
How sweet. Apparent. Lily wasn't allowed into the convent. Hopefully it wouldn't start hailing again. The well, no place for a good...
Hey, go find a...
House. Apparently, maybe he wanted to make sure...
Hey, go find...
House. Even if Mother Superior, Lily...
No, I... Hey, go find...
Apparent...
Hey, go...
House. Apparent...
Hey, help!
When Lily returned to the well... Lily heard strange, but she was a good little girl, and she knew she was just like Freeman. Where could he?
Ow! Ah! What's going on? Lily, no! Go away! Go away! I'm allergic!
Oh no. Clumsy Lily had acted. The bees didn't like it too much either. Their buzzing sounded different. Lily was. Oh. This hadn't.
Have you completely lost your mind? Turn that off. But did I not tell you exactly what you should? I just can't believe you keep...
Lily didn't understand.
Thanks a lot for your great help. You really did. If I can ever help you... Oh, you, but of course not. What in the world do you think? You're the one who got me to go. It's your fault that I fell. But instead of helping me get out, you throw a bee and nearly drown me. Look at me. I'm wet, covered in bee stings. And I know everyone thinks you're... But you're actually a walking... You can definitely... You keep...
The termites responded to lure them away. Lily just had to find a good... The compost bin was the ideal... Lily started... So far, the plan had worked well. Maybe a little too well. The termites were now following Lily's spilled honey back into the courtyard.
No, don't! Get away!
Strange sounds were drifting towards her from over there. It was probably the Edna had apparently... Edna was Lily. Lily, somehow the tree seems... Lily, oh well. Freeman had now left for good, but at least the termites had found a new home on them. And as if that weren't reason enough to be happy, they had been joined by one of those funny gnomes that Lily sometimes saw around. It looked like the termites had found, and one of the gnomes that Lily saw now and then wasn't too bad that Freeman was. He would probably have liked it. Mother Superior had strictly... On the other hand, Lily had a task to finish. Lily got along great. That's why she knew Doris would start throwing knives if anyone messed up her pantry. Digested grass. Lily assumed these cans were... A shovel. That's exactly... Lily, that's... Digested... Lily knew she... Food. And when... Lily knew and what Lily and
Yay! You found— Oh, Lily, you're the best. Let's not waste any time and dig up the treasure.
and Edna and Lily began digging out what they thought was a treasure chest.
That's quite a treasure chest. It looks like it might have belonged to some space pirates once. So what? They were space pirates from World War II. Who cares? What's more important is that they left us their treasure. Come on, let's open it. I'm so excited. That's not gonna work. Once again, more proof that the bad reputation raw violent here we certainly won't get far. Great! Now the device should have enough oomph to open the treasure What's the matter? What? Don't you know how to use it? Don't worry. We'll find something else. That's not— we need it. That's not gonna work. We need a tool with—
A real? It was hard to tell, but
Come on, let's open. Great! Now the device should have enough oomph to open the treasure chest. What's the matter? Don't you know how— don't worry. We'll find something else. Yippee! You did it! And what's that? Those space pirates must have led a pretty miserable life if this was their most— Well, at least we have a fabulous chest, and I already have an idea what we can do. We'll bury our own treasure. Do you have anything on you? Some wool from embroidery class? Wow, that's our friendship ribbon. The string that ties us both together. Come on, put it in there. Now we just have to bury the chest again and—
Lily! Where did that brat disappear? Lily!
That's Mother Superior. What does she want now? We should check before she explodes. You have to be careful, you know?
That took much too long for my liking. Is everyone finally here?
Freeman is missing, Mother Superior.
Say nothing more! Your lack of discipline has reached a level that I can no longer tolerate. From now on, all games on the convent grounds are forbidden. And until further notice, there will be no more dessert, and bedtime will be moved up by an hour. And in case you're wondering, it is the bad behavior of one specific student that has led me to take these measures. In my helplessness, I even decided to call on an expert for help. He's a renowned psychologist who will restore discipline and order here in the convent. The examination will take place this evening. The doctor will drive the mischief out of you once and for all. And I can guarantee this much: it won't be a pleasant experience.
A psychological examination? Oh, Lily, I'm sure this is all about me. I desperately need a plan. Meet me near the beds. I'll need your help.
You have the rest of the day off to think about what you've done wrong. I'd better not hear that you've used the time to create more mischief. And, Lily, I'm expecting you in my office. Now! I'm very disappointed in you, Lily. Can you ever do anything right? Not another word. Your constant excuses just make me even angrier. And now just don't stand around like an idiot. Well, get a move on. Feed the cat. Can't you see how emaciated Lumpy has gotten again? Oh, stupid child! Stop. Feed the cat. Is that really so? Feed the cat.
Lumpy was hungry, or bored. It was always hard.
Stop! What on earth are you doing? Bad, Lily. Very, very bad. You should really know that Lumpy doesn't eat regular cat food. But you've disappointed me for the last time. Here's the recipe for the right cat food. Bring it to Doris, the lunch lady. It contains exact instructions for preparing Lumpy's food. Doris can also find my lunch order for today on there too. Do you understand? Uh-huh. And now, get out. I have to prepare for Dr. Marcel's arrival. I'm hoping that his new method of correcting character flaws will save me this kind of trouble in the future.
Lily felt miserable. Maybe Mother Superior was right. And this character the thought made Lily. She had heard stories about Dr. Marcel. Dread. She should tell Edna the news.
Dr. Marcel, you say? This confirms my worst suspicions. The doctor and I still have an old score to settle. I'm sure he's coming because of me. Lily, I can't stay here I'm going to leave the convent and go into hide. There's just that guy Garrett, who's constantly lurking around. I think he's spying on us for Mother so long as he keeps poking his nose into everything. Do you think you can find a way to keep him off me for a while? Uh-huh. Oh, Lily, what would I do without you?
Lily didn't have. Mother Superior only allowed her to embroider, but Lily could barely manage even those and often received.
Shibuya power! Shibuya power! Volcano Pananoka! Shiny Rainbow Miyasake! Shing! Shing! Shibuya power! Shibuya power!
Shit, girl, you're so clueless about trends. Just look at how you dress. Don't you know that Shibuya and only Shibuya is hot right now? Where's your glitter? Where are your Japanese accessories?
Miyorushi Sparkle! Miyorushi Sparkle! Shing! Shing!
Oh, man. You're really out of it, Lily. Why are you gawking at my hairdo? Don't tell me you've got your eye on my original Marushu Naoki hairpin. Can you believe it, Shy?
Don't believe. Just know. The Warriors of Light see with the power of love.
Just who does she think she is? Hiroyoshi Superfrog's arch enemy Soki Nuroshi Mayayoki Hagatsu?
Down with the dark forces. Trust in the elf magic of the glitter dust.
Exactly. Everyone knows that a real Shibuya girl will only part with her hairpin if it's a real emergency, and only if facing death.
Miyorushi Sparkle! Mystical spirit of the wolf!
Mystical spirit of the wolf!
Kamanukri! Shing!
And anyway, what even makes you think we'll let you have any of our personal? You haven't launched any radical paramilitary campaigns or done anything to help destroy.
We can't let the dark forces win.
Plus, you've never helped us destroy the school.
This being Warriors of the Light, really? It seems a little too hard.
But Riot Girl does it too! On page 31 in volume 453, she puts one of Nagayuzu's detonators in the teacher's lounge when the dark forces kid.
Shibuya is cool! Miyorushi Sparkle!
Uh-huh. Garrett was already there. Lily watched how her slippery fellow after him.
Who do we have here? Creepy.
How did it go with Mother Superior?
Leave her alone, Shawnee.
Only if she admits that all this trouble is her fault.
We're not getting any dessert?
That's right, Memphis. And we can't play outside anymore either. Is it asking too much to want to know why?
Stop picking on her. You don't really think that Lily, of all people, has done something wrong, do you? She's just not cool enough for that.
Exactly. She's such a good girl. She rakes, she cleans, she cooks. It's disgusting and dangerous because somehow it always ends in a disaster. Isn't that right, Lily? Ever since you came to the convent, it's been one strange accident after another.
I hardly dare get out of bed anymore.
But none of this is your fault, is it? After all, you only do what you're told. I'm sure you're even running an errand for Mother Superior right now. Let's see what you've got there.
Shawnee!
Aha! I knew it! A recipe from Mother Superior. Well, I think I'll hold on to it for now. Let's see how Mother Superior likes having to wait for her food. And this time, our sweet Lily can face the music all by herself. Let's go, guys. We're off.
You're impossible.
What's this? Where had Garrett gone? The chapel didn't have a second exit. The carving showed a begging monk with conspicuously empty hands, but something. Dignity, for example, but something. Lily had to confess that she was once again. Lily had to.
Wait. No, I thought I detected a resonance echo in the floor. And where there's a resonance echo in a floor, a crypt. Or a hidden pool for Templars with outrageously hip. What would Templars be doing in it? It's just one of the countless mysteries surrounding. Where did they come from? Where did they go? Did they get a group discount ticket for their journey? And who? What? There is just one answer to the great. And we can be certain that the evidence is if only I had the right tool to Shh for a sec. Oh, great. If there's just been a landslide in the Templar's subterranean crypt, how the hell are you supposed to uncover church conspiracy? Just the constant stream of people going to confession is getting on, but compared to you, they're as quiet as church mice. I have no idea who they are. They creep into the confession booth and only come out when it gets to. All that will be over with as soon as I have the right tool for my excavation. Sorry, Lily, but I'm just not interested in small talk. All I care about are church. There's a lot to talk about there. But unfortunately, most of it's. And without the right tool, I won't. So either you go and get me the tool I need, or you just leave. Shh. You're destroying the holy and if they lose their illuminescence, they certainly won't be in the. And there's no doubt. I know Templar symbols. Where there are Templars, a secret crypt with details on church conspiracy. If only I had the right tool to. Then all I'd need to know is which slab to get my hands on the church. If it's one that because there are those with a neck and those without.
Lily was impressed. Everything Frank said.
That's exactly. Now, if I only knew. But such knowledge was probably lost. No one is old enough to still remember the age of the Templar. Otherwise, I'm sure I'd have long. Oh well.
Damn! How am I supposed to work with all this Hey! Frank! Frank! What the hell?
The cross wobbled back and Lily briefly considered whether she should, but he was busy drilling through.
What? I'm sorry, but you have to speak a little. My ears are still ringing from the. Whatever you come up, I can think of a better Templar. They traveled the world before inopportune time. Actually, They were the ones who made that age inopportune. All day long, they barely did anything else than sometimes even during breakfast, between their Nutella and their first... Shh, you're destroying the whole... And I were there if only it's such no one other if it's one because they're...
Lily would...
Please stay off the slabs. You're in...
A surveillance room. That was the hard evidence that Garrett was spying for Mother Superior. The good old confession. Lily had been coming here often since... Lily spent a lot of time. Only she knew what she mumbled during... At least ever since the father who took her confessions had died of a heart attack.
Damn! How am I supposed to work with... Hey! Frank! Ah, what the hell?
Ooh, look who's coming to get her. If it isn't our you better split before I type. Or... Oh, you really want the recipe back? Well, just give me a sec, so I can wrap it up for you with a bow.
Hey!
Lily was... It was so rare for her to get...
You so don't have a... Get lost, or I'll be forced to call... Just face it. You're not tough enough to make any demands around... Tell me, how come you know we're not allowed to play in the garden? Or did Mother Superior... You can tell your beloved Mother Superior that I don't give a damn about her Ha! But I bet you're scared of your ex... And you should be. Because one day, when you least you might turn around and see that someone has stolen your... What? Now you're a... Did the nasty boy bother you? Well. Is this you... Just look at you with your bow. You don't actually think you could stand up to... I was playing with matches before you'd said your... How could I ever take someone... Do you know how to spit cherry pits? Or just face it. You'll never... And that means you won't get your...
Shawnee didn't seem to be... Lily had to find some... Shawnee... The idea... Too bad. This ball of... Lily wanted it to stay in the treasure. In the meantime, but... Lily would... Oh, well. Lily... And but the tire swing was hanging so far... Lily... Oh. Lily didn't... After all... It was... Shawnee didn't... Lily had to find... something, and even if it wasn't Lily's fault, she felt guilty anyway.
What do you feed the cat? Don't tell me you're done already. No. I am slowly losing the will to keep constantly having to take a look at the embroidery. They depict all of the important superiority, strength, and self-control. I'm quite aware that self-control is missing. Do you think I'm blind? Now, I have to drink a card. If you pass the classroom, remind Birgit to hurry up with her embroidering. If the self-control motif isn't finished today, I will...
What was you impertinent? I can't stand it when people gossip about the youth of today is becoming. No wonder. With all the... If I could, where am I? I need something to... Otherwise, something terrible. Before you ask for more food again, it's been hours since I held a canning jar in my hand. My hands always get a bit nervous at times like this. They break everything they touch. Children's legs. I just can't control. You came to complain about the food, right? Well, then I have bet children only get food from canning jars. And that's... My hands are trained to twist the lids off. Plus, I've got a court order that says I gotta open 10 jars. You can thank my idiotic law. Anything else? Do I have to explain it to you with mealtime? And the only thing that I'm still cooking today is... Or I should say I would. But my knife. And on top of that, the stove in the cellar has gone out. So however, the most important thing is you don't happen to have it. No recipe? Yeah, then there's no... as long as the stove in the cellar is out, I won't be able to cook without... when I get my hands on they'll be amazed with all the things on... What's the matter? What are you even doing here between... I know what I'm... A jail sentence commuted to 10 years community service on probation, thanks to diminished responsibility. Blah, 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 blah. Do you really want to hear this? Yeah. Mother Superior, and as long as she doesn't ask about it.
Lily had always liked the large... It showed a dining table after a big meal, with a man in the center who had found the last cookie. Lily giggled at the thought that he would eat it all by himself, no matter how much the... Edna's balloon was hanging out of reach. Edna... The chandelier was dangling out of reach on a chain. This always made the children want to...
Lily, nice to see you. I hope Shawnee didn't upset you too much. He's an idiot. I think you're great.
Lily's heart. This might have been the nicest thing. Capu was the nicest guy. Lily liked him so much that she had even named her cockroach after him. That reminded her that she'd been meaning to punch air holes in the box for weeks.
You seem so tense. Is something wrong?
Lily would have liked to tell him her troubles, but she didn't...
Well, if you need anything, I worry about you, you know. You seem... Is something wrong?
Lily...
Well,
The gargoyle seemed... But it... Typical. The school clock was... The gargoyle had lost. Only a thin rope was stuck. Why didn't it just give up? Fire. How did they ever... Lily once again her arm... Lily once...
Hey, don't... That's my old voice. I might be old. I can tell you stories. Some of them are about my butt. only certified, so get your hat. Oh, what a rare, though. But I don't mean I mean the with extra ketchup, please. I forgot to tell you how it used to. In the pyramids, I was the chief flogger on the north side. Yes, in my life, unified Tibet. Back then, I served as a carpet beater. For one of them, I was even there as a rebirth. It was very different from the year I was an interior decorator. Build a mythical sliding puzzle here. Oh, yes. I was building in the indie band Inquisition. Oh, the time wasn't right for that kind of music. Plus, I'm so old that all I'm good for now is as a class. I'll get to that. And first, telling stories takes a lot. That's why I worked for a while as an exhibition piece. I just had to tell stories about for example, how I used to excavate sea, or about my time as a light. Oh, but I was just going to tell you, was it the story of how I tried to navigate to... Oh, I know. I wanted to... I was particularly happy. Or was I sad? Because No, the coconuts were when the Trojan mayor gave me the key to the city for my... Or was my heroic valor while building dikes in Atlantis? Wasn't I a little more sleepy in Atlantis? And oh, what poppycock. Fortunately, I created a memory aid just so that I'd remember the location of the secret crypts. Uh-oh, someone tied. That's where the objects for my 3E emotion. And now I can't make a fool of... Now let's... No, I haven't forgotten you. On the contrary. This is thanks to a little trick. All I need is a memory aid. Like the first E, it tells me whether I was sad, happy, or the second E, it reminds me of whether I overcame the situation. The third E, to remember, I have to know which fruit vitamins are good for. Did you forget? Here's a small tip. The first, it tells me whether I was Did I tell you about my memory aid yet? I don't. All I need are 3 objects that remind me, or more precisely. Does that answer? I know an instructive story about my... Unfortunately, my memory aid is still missing. If I only... But 4, to be precise. As everyone knows, each different food creates exactly 1 emotion. For example, I was never sad if I'd packed a few apples. What's the map? Did you hear? The first, it tells me whether I was sad. The second, the third, to remember, I have to know. What did you hear? The first, it tells me whether I was. The second, it reminds me of whether I. The two. What did the two. Hey, that's Mom.
It was the old man. If Lily wanted him to help her, she had an emotion, an engagement, and something to. It was the old if an it was the old if an emo. It was the old if an emo. It was the if an.
Oh, but I just that and I. Do we? You want I like because I could only do heroic deeds on the coconuts were all on this one specific day when I was helping the Templars. I was neither happy about an apple nor angry, but I also wasn't sad about a banana. Do you want that? On this one specific day when I was helping the Templars, I was neither happy about an apple nor angry about a banana. But I also wasn't sad about a banana or happy about a coconut. Do we? I'll because on this one specific day when I was helping the Templars, I was neither happy about an apple nor angry about a banana. But I also wasn't sad on the but I also wasn't sad about a banana or happy about a coconut. Did I tell you about my... I don't... All I need are 3 objects, or more precisely, of the 3 E's. Does that answer you? Did you... Here's a small tip. The first E, it tells me whether I was sad, happy. The second E, it reminds me of whether I overcame the situation. The third E, to remember, I have to... wait. Fortunately, I created... Now, we had just laid the stone slabs in the chapel when the Templar Knights returned. Then they gave me a coconut. No, wait, this story doesn't make... Someone's been messing with my memory. for now we ate a banana. No, this story doesn't. Someone's been messing with. Now we had. Then they tossed an apple. No, this story does. Someone's been met. You want because, as everyone knows, each different food. For example, I was never sad if I'd packed. I could only do heroic deeds. On the other hand, if I was angry, I could never show. Coconuts were always good. On this one specific day when I was helping the Templars, but I also wasn't sad about a banana. Because on this one specific day when I was helping the Templars, I was neither happy about an apple. Because but I also wasn't sad about a banana. or happy. You want a big but I also wasn't sad about a banana. Do we?
Uh-huh.
You as for did I all did I all what did he the fit the sid rem the third to rem for now we had just laid the then no this someone's
Lily was reluctant to take the old man. They were all he had left. Lily was reluctant to take the old man's memory. They were all he had left. Lily was. They were all. Once again, only Mother Superior.
Stop! I need that as a... Don't even bother. Unlike you, you don't get to be Mother Superior's favorite by just standing around like like you. I work hard to get all those honors and rewards. That's why I'm working overtime to perfect my Mother Superior love. Because the pictures of animals come, but you wouldn't know any. You've always been terrible and everything else. Why don't you get to... You seem to be lacking a few important lessons in values and standards. Haven't you learned anything at all from my multi-award-winning embroidery? Each bears represent strength and deers. There are negative role models too, of course. The porcupine, for example, is a... That's why you'll never find... But maybe it's in your family. In case you're wondering what it's called... I know. Otherwise, I doubt Mother Superior would have... I know how much you've all...
Lily had to admit that Birgit, her productive friend, was really much... But that was certainly no reason for Lily to wish neither a disease with an oozing rash, nor a disease that causes her to cough her...
Oh, take your little boo-boos to Mother Superior. I'm not her dad, but maybe that'll change once I've collected... I'm already... Quiet now. I just had a great idea for what I could put on the Damn, it's gone. Thanks a lot. If you want help, ask Mother Superior. I'm already done with all... And remember, at this time of day, Mother Superior's... So don't wander into her office. And hurry up. My grade... Stop. If you carry on like this... Oh, the Golden Girl Scouts back.
The mask was tightly screwed, but did that also mean that one...
No, it only means something small enough.
Oh, what luck. Lily was... The chandelier's changed. At night, Mother Superior, but at this time of day, she preferred to... There were those who... The hook, Lily, and otherwise... A note was pinned...
Dear? Crossed out? I have to say, I'm very surprised. By the way you fulfilled my request, I had a real and one that conveyed import, like a pure or a boa, but the guinea pig you sent, I've pickled it in alcohol to save it for the dissection class and send me a proper animal immediately, or you will not have heard. Regardless, Mother Superior Ignorance.
Lily didn't want to spoil her nice friendship with plants were the only thing. Lily didn't want the cheerful at least. Lily didn't plan. Someone had trapped the guinea pig in a... The animal took it. It didn't even try break. Lily was worried about hurting the guinea pig. As clumsy as she... Lily...
Woohoo!
Cool. So you've been working on your imitating animal voices now. You can tell me about it later. First, we have to get rid of... I'm sure he's... Before you say anything, I think Garrett has a secret... Yeah, a kind of listening station. This should prove once and for all that he's spying. The question is whether we can somehow use this knowledge.
Lily, actually, she would lock Garrett if she could hardly wait to tell her best friend...
Wait! What if we locked Garrett in his secret surveillance? Just pretend you want to give confession, and when he's in his house, trap will... Oh, don't be sad. I'm sure you'll come up with a good idea next time. But for now, it was my plan, so now you have to... I'm sorry that I can't help, but I can't risk... You know what they say? It's all... Except the story with the orangutan. Not so loud. Dr. Marcel's ear. If you listen closely... You can even hear the wind blowing in his ear. That guy is no, but you know, so watch out for him. He is Wait a minute. Do you hear those noises? I think someone's drilling. It's probably just Frank looking for evidence of it. Dang! That could ruin... If Garrett can't listen in on you, we won't be able to lock him. You have to think of something to get... Did you happen to find the plans for my time machine? They weren't finished yet. How big is the microwave oven in the school? Forget it. All my other ideas are a little complicated. I guess the easiest thing to do would be to help. Once Frank has found what he's looking for, he'll hopefully...
Riot! Shing! She doesn't look any happier than before. By the spring of Gugu Oshima! Riot girl, rule! Shing! Still, I bet it's the fault of those... We hate them! Exactly. They're or the dark force or the financial system.
Down with the dark force!
Let them all perish in an end. Just look at her. Typical. We're probably too extreme, and we are. Riot Girl! Shing! Shing! Don't you dare tell me you've never seen a Riot Girl or read a Riot Girl manga. Ugh. Because the Riot Girl is totally and Riot Girl is totally fighting against society. That's why we're also totally fighting. Because Riot Girl is that's why we have to destroy. So you can help us if you want.
Down with...
Shawnee, Lily, Shawnee, Lily, Shawn, Lily, Shawn, Lily.
What? This is the last safe, and I wanted to stay that way. Don't even try talking. I'm staying here. It's much too...
Lily had no idea but he'd always...
But... Someone might... And then they'll take away my... And if they take away my hiding place... The stove is the safest. It has a corrupt steel casing. Titanium... I'd even survive a bomb attack. Now get lost before someone... If you're looking for your recipe, hip pocket. The end of the world. I am apocalypse. The end of the world. We're dead. What's that? Oh, just...
Lily knew it was bad manners to burn things she found in the... The cross Lily, but he was busy.
Please stay off the slab. You're in. What's that? If you really want to help, then decipher the symbol I think I'm drilling in the... Don't you know anyone who's good at... What? Huh? You have my ear...
Stop! Feed it and don't if the self can... Oh, now I have to drink a cup. Is that feed it?
And even if it wasn't Lily, she felt guilty anyway. Once again, only Mother Superior.
that's supposed an animal. No animal motif. Animal motifs. Don't you know? You don't? Can't you see? Why do you seem to be haven't you learned each animal has an bears represent strength? There are negative role models. The porcupine, for example. That's why you'll never, but maybe it's in your family.
Hey, that. For now, we are just. Then, no, this story doesn't make some.
Lily wasn't up with that. Lily hoped to soon find a useful purpose for her round. This one.
Damn! How am I supposed to...
Oh, how wonderfully the fully operational